Scentland, the land of scent. Chris back with another fragrance review, and this time I'm not appearing again because the fragrance itself takes the main stage. And but we're looking at a fragrance from the 70s, from the house of Aramis. They had some great fragrances out. I love this house. Devin and Havana come to mind. This one has been released in 1973 by the house of Aramis, and it's called Aramis 900. Now, don't mistake it as a typical 70s barbershop, whatever, old manish fragrance, because it's much more than that. It has much more depth. It's a great herbal, woody, aromatic, warm fragrance. The beginning of this fragrance is very female or feminine, and it is so because I think, at least, the parfumier here is Monsieur Bernard Chant, who has done Carbonard or Cabochard for Grace, okay, and Cabochard, I think, is the name of the fragrance, and Aromatics Elixir for Clinique as well. Yet, if I smell this out of the bottle, it reminds me of Miss Dior from 1947 from Dior, because it has this herbal, a bit earthy, vetiver lemon play going on, but then it gets really deep and manly afterwards. It definitely is a earthy, herbal, flowery fragrance that has some lemon at the top, which make it lively and fresh, and then the main backbone starts to come in, which is the rose. Another fantastic rose down here, and this is why it is here on the picture, as you see. You know, the main. I wanted to give you a vibe of the main feeling and the main ingredients of this fragrance. So you can see the rose there, you can see the woods, and you can see moss in here in the foreground as well, which is very nice in this fragrance. Not disturbing at all, or not too sharp at all. It's sharp. It's a sharp fragrance, but it's not hurting your nose. Okay, it's lingering. It's a nice layer. The rose is definitely a main player here, and it creates, together with the lemon at the top, and then with the other flowers, a very lively, very nice, energetic, herbal, aromatic, yet classy feeling, right? What we have in there in terms of other floral notes are jasmine, lily of the valley, and geranium, which geranium is quite strong here. Obviously patchouli is in there as well, or patchouli, and civet is in there as well, which gives it a little bit of a sort of animalic quality. Some call it fecal. I don't know. I don't like that much. But okay, I'm digging it anyway, because it gives it the class which is missing in today's fragrances. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of the old days, of the 70s actually. Sitting at the dinner table with my parents and some friends who came along, and we had some great time. I remember as a kid, and I really, when I smell this, I'm really drawn back into those days. And thank you, John from Florida, again for mentoring me and sending me this fragrance, because without you I wouldn't have never gotten my hands on this fragrance at all. Aramis 900, the performance is great, lasts you throughout the day, even to the next morning. Be easy on this trigger, because projection and sillage are heavy, and you're gonna maybe come across as somebody who's wearing an old man's cologne or something like this. It is not the case. It may be the case if you just smell it in 5 minutes and you say, oh yeah, I know these sort of fragrances. No, give it time. Give it a full day wearing. Give it a chance to develop its rose and its moss and the woods. Don't lash it off because you think it's yet another one of that department of old manish, dated fragrances. It's much more than that. Maybe the proof is that it's still around in a new type of bottle, relaunched in the Gentleman's Collection of Aramis, together with the other ones. I hear that the reformulation is as good, if not better, than this one. And age-wise, I would really say, 25 up. You have to have the balls and the sort of taste for this. You have to be longing for the sense of the old days to appreciate this really. I think this is an autumn spring fragrance, maybe worn in the winter as well due to its warm aspects. It is both day and night time, there's no problem with that. Definitely I would say, as I said, autumn or fall and springtime, but definitely also maybe a signature scent. Can you wear it in the office? You can. I received a nice comment from a younger female colleague who said, "Well, this has some nice rose going on there," and I liked it. The development of the rose here is fantastic, frenetic, nice, vivid rose, very well done. In all, this fragrance, Aramis 900, is a fantastic representative of that era. Definitely has the fingerprint of the 70s in it, yet it is, if you wanted to, it is a great partner for you today in this century. And it carries a great personality that will set you apart from others, and will get you compliments, and will display a fantastic rose and a fantastic woody mossy aspect, creating this herbal feeling and the herbal warmth and the manliness of this great fragrance is still widely available, and I would really recommend it to those who like the 70s style fragrances yet look for a more sophisticated yet classy, warm, aromatic, herbal, woody, flowery rose fragrance. It's a fantastic player. I really love it. Thanks very much, John, again, and thanks very much for your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back with more reviews. This was Aramis 900 from 1973 from the master hands of Monsieur Bernard Chante. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah.